Release radar, where of course we will recap all the newest, latest, greatest releases of the week. We are missing yet another week with Chase, but I can assure you that he's on some official business. It's very secret and it's very cool. With that, let's jump on into the releases. But if you can hear me and you can see me, please drop a comment below where you're joining in from. Hope to catch a few of you guys live. And with that, let's see what we got going on for the week. Busy week here at High Level. So let's just see what we got first coming up, which is forms and surveys. We've got a redesigned order bump section. I played around with this a bunch and it is really cool. You can kind of see a few of the new design elements that we have in here. We've got a couple of templates for you. We've got all kinds of animated emojis, attention grabbing characters, we'll call them. And I think this looks really great. The team did a nice job in presenting this order bump section, specifically in forms and surveys. So if you didn't know, um, the old way, or kind of like the original way that we could do this, is we build a funnel and you design the funnel how you want. You put in your headlines and your images and so forth, and you add products to it. Some people just want to have an order form. They don't want to have to go through the trouble of like connecting domains and doing all these things. They just want an order form that's kind of basic. Well, the good news is you can just build an order form. You can put the product that you want to sell in there, multiple products in there, and then you can have upsells, what we call it like an order bump, so that when they're purchasing something, maybe there's something that goes with it, like you're ordering a coffee grinder and you want a travel case to go with it. I'm big on coffee, so that came to mind. So anyway, if you go on into the forms and surveys section, create a new form, add the element in there. I think it says sell products. Put that in there, and then you'll see that option there on the right hand side to then add an order bump to the order form. So uh, people that sell things online, please rejoice because this will help you out a lot. Next up, we have got Ask AI, which is sort of our like general AI chat box, and that comes up on the top right hand corner of your screen. It's a blue circle icon. You click on the Ask AI, and you get a sidebar or a drawer that pops out. You can start typing and have a conversation with the AI there. It also pops out into like a more of a full screen view, and that one I like a lot better because you can see your chat history and everything. And the big thing here is that you can do a lot of things with it. So instead of just having to go into specific areas within the app to say, okay, I want to create some content. Now I got to go into the content area where I'm going to create this. I got to start a new image, and then I want to tell it, hey, I want AI to create a new image for me. You could just do that right within Ask AI, and it will go out and add those images to your media storage. You can even do some other fun stuff like creating a funnel from it. You can create, eventually, we're going to get into workflows and some other things. But the big idea here is that you won't really need to know how to do a whole lot or even take all these manual actions. You can just tell the AI what you want to do. It'll ask you some questions, have a conversation with you, make sure that it's got everything right, and then it will just go and do all the things for you. And then you can go back in and you can make edits however you want. The interface is still there for you to do it, but it shortcuts a lot of the manual actions that needed to be done previously. So this will continue to expand, and this is a part of that. So we kind of talk about these as in terms of agents. So you've got a general AI that you're kind of working with, not to be confused with AGI, but you would say, hey, I want to create an image, and in this case, you can kind of iterate. You can see, hey, I can say, hey, I want this specific type of duffel bag, and then you say, hey, I actually want that guy to wear a Go High Level shirt too. So that's the example that we're looking at right here, and I think it's a really good highlight of all the powerful things you can do in line. You don't have to start over from scratch. You can continue to have this conversation or remember what you're working on and what you want to make edits to. So big props to the team for getting this particular image agent attached to our Ask AI module. Next up, we have got snapshots. We've got an improvement to the notifications here. So previously, when you went to manually push updates to sub accounts that had attached snapshots, you weren't getting any kind of notification about this. So this is sort of a check and balance to make sure, hey, when a notification gets or when a snapshot gets pushed, then an email goes out notifying specific users that that action has taken place. So a little bit of a safeguard there just to know what's going on within the agency level account. Right now, this is not a global setting, although we're going to get there. So this would be specific to each snapshot. So you would go into the snapshot, just take a look at the settings there for notifications, and you'll see all the different things that you can enable or disable to your heart's content. Next up, we have got Conversation AI has got round robin calendar support. So super cool setting here wherein you can go into your Conversation AI bot, and in the settings, you can now select the round robin for the those specific appointments. And this, of course, helps if you've got a larger team and you're kind of rotating through. Maybe you've got a team of like 5 salespeople, and you want to be able to book appointments. The first person fills up, and it goes to the next person, and the next person, the next person. So it keeps things evenly distributed. And so now, when Conversation AI is booking appointments for you on your behalf, you don't even have to interact with it. It's going to respect all the rules of the round robin calendar. So go ahead and check that out if you haven't seen it. Really nice addition here to the Conversation AI module. Next up, we have got reputation management AI powered review summaries. This is great for, if you didn't know, you can take all of the reviews from all these different platforms that you're receiving reviews on. They get kind of collated and organized into one place in the reputation management area of the app. And now, not only do you get to see all those different reviews, your average rating, and so forth, but you now got even more tools powered by AI. Where it will give you an analysis of, hey, here's what customers are generally saying. Here's some keywords that we're noticing. Here's some sentiment analysis about the reviews. You can also do some filtering on the date and time and kind of get your dates broken up too if you want to look at a specific time period. So all kinds of other cool stuff there, including, as I said, those highlight tags, which I think are really helpful to just get a pulse on what's happening generally without having to read each and every single review. So props to the reputation management team for that. Next up, we've got HIPAA compliance. I'm all about compliance, as you guys probably know. And HIPAA is one of those things where if you work with medical professionals and HIPAA laws are applicable to you, we have this add-on package. Now, this package is kind of like a pretty serious thing, right? It's all about compliance and everything. So we wanted to make it abundantly clear what the user is doing, what they're signing up for, because this is not something that we can just like turn on, turn off, and that kind of a thing. So we made a lot of enhancements to the subscription flow. So it's very clear to the users what they're subscribing to, what it includes, and everything involved with that. So props to the team for that one as well. Love to see all of these more enhancements made to like letting users know exactly what's happening and not letting there be any guesswork in terms of what's going to occur. Workflows got a nice update here for WhatsApp ads and Facebook page call to action triggers. CTA stands for call to action, of course. And now we've got a trigger here so that when a WhatsApp ad is clicked on or a CTA button is clicked on, we now have a trigger to then trigger different actions that you can build within your workflow. So maybe you want to follow up with that person. Maybe you want to try to get them onto an appointment, send them an email, all the different things that you can do within workflows to automate that flow. You can now start off with the WhatsApp ads and the Facebook call to action button clicks, we'll call them. Cool. So next up, we also have another update from WhatsApp. You can now duplicate existing templates. As kind of a basic one, I guess, but now you don't really have to worry about going in and having to recreate and copy and paste things. If you've already got a template in there, you can clone it, duplicate it, wherever you want to describe that action, and then make changes to it as you wish. I know this is a big use case that a lot of folks have been asking for, and so here it is. Next up, we've got a number of small enhancements here. I wouldn't call them small. We just don't really have a lot of visuals to show you here, but I'll run through a few of them. We've got Conversation AI. Conversation AI has enhanced quality for smarter conversations and more accurate replies. On the back end, what's really happening here is that we now have we have like this special LLM, which stands for large language model, and that is we have like a specific one that does transcripts, And so that's been refactored, and we've done all kinds of really cool stuff in the background there. And but the result is that the transcripts have been restructured in a way that makes them faster and smarter, and they also understand like follow up and have context for a lot of things that are happening there. So you'll see a lot of improvements with conversation AI with all these back end, engine horsepower things. Next up, we've got workflows. We eliminated lag when searching actions and triggers. For those of you who are not aware, there's like a lot of actions and triggers. And before, when you were searching for things, it was having to like query massive databases. And no matter how much server power you have, it just takes a long time to sort through things. So the team did some really cool magic on the back end to make that lag like eliminated. So when you start searching for stuff, it's just instantly popping up. You'll see a lot more of this type of thing happening throughout the app where we are getting rid of lag. We want things to be as instant as possible. And they worked really hard on the efficiency on the back end here as well. For the email system, we have a new streamlined integration flow for existing email sending service platforms. What does that really mean? Well, if you send a lot of emails, maybe you're not on our email system, you're using a different email service provider. And in that case, it was a little bit clunky to kind of like integrate those things. So we've essentially done three things. Like the big impact here is that we have faster migrations so that you can connect those external email service providers much more quickly. And then we've got user flexibility on the domain usage. So you can choose what domains you're using. And that all equates to improved deliverability. So that is those are some key highlights from that update. And then the app marketplace got two more great enhancements. One to the refresh token management. So if you're an app developer, I think you know what this means. If you're not, I wouldn't worry about it. It's making it better. Don't worry about that. And then there were some outlier cases where the auto approval wasn't working as desired, and that bug has been totally squashed now. So props to the team for getting those things across the finish line and all the hard work that they do on the app marketplace. More to come there as well. I know we've got lots of new things coming down the pipeline for that. And that brings us to Chase's favorite part of the show, and indeed it is mine as well. We are going to be stunning into some upcoming releases. Check out those skills there. This guy's doing a Superman on a wave runner or a jet ski or whatever the non-name brand of that is. A personal watercraft, I guess. Um, Moving on, we've got uh, we can now associate, well, we will soon be able to associate custom objects with opportunities. So if you don't know what a custom object is, this kind of comes up a lot. The power users know what I'm talking about, right? You can think about an object would be like contacts. Okay. So contacts is like a specific thing, it's like a database. Within contacts, you have got records. You've got, person A, person B, person C. And then within each one of those records, you've got fields like here's their name, here's their email address. Well, you can think of a lot of different businesses have things that don't fit into contacts where maybe they're selling houses or maybe they are cutting lawns and they need addresses for different jobs, and they want to be able to manage those things in a separate way because like a house doesn't have an email address, let's say, but a house does have like a square footage, or if you're mowing the lawn, like how big is the lawn, what area of town are they in, maybe they break them up by zones and they want to do some really custom stuff with that. So that's what custom objects essentially allow you to do. They allow you to kind of morph the CRM around that specific type of business. And then we have opportunities, which would be like jobs, right? And so now we'll be able to link those two things together so that we can say, hey, this job that's coming up is linked to this specific house, and that association can be made there. So that's, of course, essential and very important for custom objects working the way that you want them to in your business. So love to see those things coming together. There's a lot more coming down the pipeline as well for custom objects. I've seen a lot of the new features they're working on, and they are indeed amazing. We've also got related to opportunity cards. You can now apply colored tags. So there's a lot of people that love folders to organize things, and that's one way to do it. And typically, the people that love folders also like colored tags and organizing things based on colors because it's easier to pick them out when you look at them really quickly. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. And now we can put colored tags on opportunities. So when you're looking at your sales pipeline, you're trying to figure out what's going on, things can pop out at you much easier. You can make decisions, understand what's going on, using colors, and kind of simple, but a really nice implementation that we have here. I will say it looks incredible. The last one, we got a little bonus we typically do too, but I thought this one was kind of cool as well. We're gonna be providing email notifications when you receive a new voicemail. So if you didn't know, there is a voicemail feature within our phone system. So if you buy a phone number through HighLevel, or your customers do, they can have access to voicemail. And instead of having to create a workflow around this whole thing, we're just going to have a setting that says, hey, send them an email when a voicemail comes in. And of course, hopefully you're not getting voicemails. Hopefully you're using voice AI and it's just picking up any call that you're not answering, and handling your customers, and understanding what they need, and then getting you that summary and telling you, hey, this person just called in. We've already put them into the CRM. But if for whatever reason they go to voicemail, or you're not using that for some crazy reason, um, you're going to be able to receive email notifications for those voicemails. So I think that brings us to the end. A bit of a shorter week this week, but rest assured there are a lot of things happening. Um, I can go ahead and check the chat here, and let's see what might be happening. I know we've got tons of shout outs here. Everybody's missing Chase. We've got Justin. What's going on, man? Nice to see you. Glad that you were able to catch us live from Thailand. Wow. And then next up, oh, we've got another one. We've got more people checking in live. Awesome. Let's see. Good addition from this person. Oh, we've got somebody from Sacramento, just a little bit to the north. And yes, the summer of AI is heating up. If you haven't checked this out, we've got an awesome promo where you can use all of our AI features for free for 30 days. Whenever you start that, you get 30 days to use it as much as you can. So go check that out if you haven't. The summer of AI is indeed on. Let's see who else we've got here. Yep, all these people agreeing. Awesome. The AGM so big for my niche. Awesome. Well, again, thanks so much for joining me live. Send Chase some good vibes. He's doing the Lord's work right now, traveling all over the globe. So we miss him, but he will be back next week, come hell or high water. So enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you on the next Release Radar. Take care, everybody.